Down to Andy Marr.
Thanks, Quarters. Chris Dawes, that was a pretty sharp performance.
I think, yeah, as sharp as you can be at this stage of the pre-season. The main thing we wanted to do is keep our pressure up, and we're a defensive.
Game 2 done and dusted, the Magpies big winners, but, well, the #1 supporter, Joffa, with a very interesting headband involved in the Legends match against the Blues, which is currently going on, and he's scrubbed. But a big win by the Magpies. And I'm sure the Chief Executive would be pretty happy with that. Gary Pert, nice start, Perty.
Was a very good start, and I think the guys have been looking forward to this game, you know, just to get it out of their system for quite a few weeks. So a lot of our younger players too are, you know, really showing a lot of skill out there.
There certainly are lots of rookies involved tonight, going very well. Looking forward to the big game against Carlton. But I want to talk to you about membership and the biggest Australian TV commercial that's been put together. Now, firstly, tell us a little about membership and how important it is.
And we're on target at the moment. We've still got 17,000 members that haven't signed up from last year, and we're hoping that they'll jump on board pretty soon. But when you talk about all the clubs, it really is the lifeblood. It's the financial stability that every year that they can rely on. And I know a lot of the clubs are doing membership drives at the moment, and I encourage all supporters to jump on board with their teams.
Where did the idea come from to put this massive scale TV production together?
Well, we threw it to the supporters. We put it on our website that we wanted to produce the biggest ad in Australian history, and we were hoping to get maybe 1,500, 2,000 people go down there, which would have just given us that title. We got 3,500, and you were there with your kids. You saw what it was like. For 5.5 hours, we had a lot of fun. The army was there. They were singing, they were marching, they were chanting the Collingwood song, and we produced something, I think, pretty special.
Well, let's have a look at Australia's biggest TV commercial. The 3,500 people. I mean, how did you coordinate it all?
Well, it was done by a production company called Scene On, and they produced it all. And it was such a big group. I mean, there were so many people that, as you know, Mick and Bucks, who were actually in the crowd right at the front, it was such a big group right at the start. They actually didn't even get into the frame, so they don't even know that yet, but I think it's come up
well.
They
won't be happy. And in terms of, like, everything had to be right, of course, the light, so there, as you said, it went for 5.5 hours, and so many Collingwood people so patient over that period.
Well, the guys that we used were film producers, so they had to get the angles right, the light right, and everything was perfect. And sometimes during that 5.5 hours, it seemed like it was a little bit of hard work, and we were really testing everyone's patience. But I think in the end, when you see the end product, hopefully it's something that all Collingwood supporters will be proud of. It'll get them fired up to become members and part of the Magpie Army. And the feedback we've already had, because we've sent this out online to our current members, has been just fantastic.
Okay, so a big opportunity, because tomorrow is your family day. Now, it has been a change of venue, but would encourage obviously everyone to get along tomorrow to sign up for this season, but a venue change.
Yeah, and the family day, so we're just in the park across the road from the MCG, and from 10 to 1 o'clock, the players will all be there and signing autographs. At 12:30 they'll come on stage and all be interviewed, and as usual it'll be a fantastic day. There'll be thousands of people there, merchandise, membership, and again, see the players and get their autograph. That's always the number one item for the day.
It certainly is a great day. Gary, thanks for that. Good luck, because membership is, such, as you said, such an important part of every club, and Collingwood is no exception. Back shortly with the...
In my hand, there's a pulse of my beat.
Well, there may not have been too much great football being played at half-time at the break of the previous game, but a lot of people giving up their time, like Andy Leader. Oh, that's pretty ordinary, isn't it? To raise some awareness and some money for the flood relief victims. Lance Whitnell, maybe not in the best of Nick Lance, but gee, knew what he was doing out there, and some fantastic stuff being done.